Okay, so here's 2.1 notes. This is level 1 that has you doing just evaluating expressions containing exponents, and then we got to use the order of operations. So just to make sure that we've got a little review down, we're going to first talk about this in the gray box. So this 3 down here, the big 3, that's called the base. Okay, sometimes bases are numbers, sometimes they're letters or variables. And then the little number is called the exponent. So let's take a look at number 1, or letter A. So it's got -5 in parentheses to the second power. So what this means, remember the squared means that the -5 happens twice. So this is the same thing as saying -5 times -5, which is +25. Now if you put this in your calculator, it is very, very important to put parentheses around that 5 and then put the squared outside of it, because it means something different if you don't. So if we go ahead and take a look at D, D looks a little bit different than A because there are no parentheses. What this means, this squared is only being applied to the 5, not to the negative. So this is like saying -5 times 5, which is -25. And if you put that in your calculator without parentheses, it's going to give you -25. So there's a very big difference with numbers that have parentheses and numbers that don't. So if you see them, put them in your calculator. Okay, let's do B and C real quick. So again, without my calculator, I'm going to say -5 times -5 times -5, and that's going to be a -125. Okay, and then C is going to be -5 4 times, which is going to be a +625. Okay, so that's part of level 1, and then the second part of level 1 is evaluating. So let's see, we've got A squared minus A times B, when A is -2 and B is 6. So anytime you substitute numbers in for variables, you want to put parentheses around them to protect them. Okay, so I'm going to put -2 in for A, and that's going to be squared, minus another -2 in for A. Notice I didn't use that subtraction sign and the negative sign in the 2 to make it a positive just yet, because I got to do with that multiplication first, order of operations. So order of operations, remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So P means parentheses, so anything that we can do with inside parentheses. Exponents, so again we've got that 2, that's an exponent. Multiplication and division kind of go together, and addition and subtraction go together. So again, that's why I didn't do the minus and negative here and change it to a plus, because subtraction comes last. So in order to do that, I got to simplify everything else. So I'm going to take care of these exponents. This is -2 times -2, which is a +4, minus, I'm going to take care of this multiplication here. So -2 times 6 is a -12. You don't have to have the double parentheses. I just like to keep them because it keeps track of that negative. And now I did my parentheses, I did my exponents, I did multiplication, and now I'm at addition and subtraction. So because I'm at the last step, I can now make these 2 negative signs 2 positive signs, and your final answer is going to be 16. Now you can definitely put this into your calculator, that's fine. Again, just be careful of those parentheses. When you substitute in a number, put parentheses around it, and when you write parentheses on your paper, you need to type in parentheses in your calculator. Okay, so that's level 1 notes. Go ahead and start the practice.